Hello friends, welcome to Heart and Homestead with Dawn and welcome to my kitchen. If you have seen my previous video on sweet potatoes, you know that we have an abundant harvest. So today I want to invite you into my kitchen to show you one of my favorite and easiest and tastiest sweet potato recipes. So if you're ready to join me, let's get going. Okay, so this recipe is really easy to use. I have my sweet potatoes here. I've already washed them. Look at the difference in these two sweet potatoes. Now, these are homegrown, beautiful sweet potatoes, but they're very, very different. And so each one of them is going to take a different amount of time to cook in the oven. So I'm going to show you an easy way to be able to prepare your sweet potatoes so that they can cook and be finished at the same time. The first thing you need to do is make sure that you have a super duper sharp knife. Worst enemy in a kitchen is a dull knife. So if you don't have a super duper sharp knife, get one. We're going to go ahead and cut the tips off of this really big fat one. And then I'm going to jab it. I like to use the word jab because it's fun and it doesn't seem as creepy to me as another word that rhymes with jab. So there we go. We jabbed our sweet potato. I'm going to set that one aside. Now I'm going to take this one here. And this one, we're going to have to cut into a few different pieces because it's just a little bit too squiggly wiggly. So I'm just going to cut it and make myself a bunch of smaller sweet potatoes that are more manageable. And I'm going to do the same thing and jab these. Once I do that, we're going to go ahead and cut this one because of the size of it. And I'm not talking about the length, I'm talking about the girth. The girth. Look, I can almost fit 2 fingers around this one, but they're not even close here. So I need to make them a little bit even by cutting this one up. So I'm going to first cut it in half, and the way I'm going to cut it in half lengthwise by putting my knife there, keeping my fingers out of the way, using a seesaw motion to get it in, and then just gently pounding the sweet potato on the surface. Once I do that, I'm going to stand them upright like this, and I'm going to use a seesaw motion and slice them in half all the way through, just like that. Very simple. Make sure you keep your fingers out of the way. This one I don't need to cut in half because it's thin enough. So we're going to leave that one alone. After we get our sweet potatoes cut up, we're going to get some olive oil. I use extra virgin cold pressed olive oil, and we're going to give our sweet potatoes a little massage. Isn't that lovely? And you know what? Olive oil is great for you too. It's great for your skin. It's great for your hair. So when you're all done giving your sweet potatoes a massage, give yourself a little massage and massage it into your skin, or massage it into your hair, and your skin and your hair will thank you. All right, there we go. Once we get them all massaged, we're going to transfer them over to our baking sheet. Now you're going to want to use either a jelly roll pan for this, which has a nice edge on it, or I use a stoneware bar pan. And I'm going to get that out for you as soon as I'm done giving myself a little massage here. Squeeze it in my hair. Lovely. Now I need to wash my hands. I'll be right back. Okay guys, hands are washed. We're going to go ahead and transfer our massaged with olive oil sweet potatoes onto our bar pan like so. One thing I did forget to tell you is you gotta jab this side as well. once you cut it open. Okay, now that that's all set, what we're gonna do is we're going to salt and pepper these, and we're gonna get them in the oven. You wanna preheat your oven to 400 degrees, and we're gonna bake them in the oven for approximately 40 minutes. Now, that 40 minutes is gonna depend upon the size of your sweet potato. So you might wanna start off with 30 minutes and then check them. You want them to be fork tender before they come out of the oven, okay? All right, salt and pepper. We're just gonna sprinkle it on. And the great thing about any recipe is that you can make it your own. I am giving you the basis for a recipe, and you can change it and switch it up as much as you'd like to. Once I salt and pepper one side, I'm gonna flip them over because when I want these to bake, I want them to be cut side down. And we're gonna go ahead and add a little bit of salt and pepper to the other side as well. Okay, that's it. That's the entire preparation for the meat of this meal. I'm gonna go ahead and stick this in my oven. Okay, friends, once your sweet potato is fork tender, you're gonna wanna take it out of the oven. Once you get it out of the oven, you're going to want to just cut it down the center, not all the way through, and then put a couple of slits horizontally or perpendicular to your slice down the middle. Just like that. Once you do that to all of your potatoes, the next step is to add a little bit of butter. I have some soft butter in my butter bell here, so I'm just gonna take a little bit and I'm gonna spread that on the top of each one. And again, the fabulous thing about recipes is that you can make them your own. If you don't like butter, skip the butter. If you like a lot of butter, put more. I just spread a little bit on the top for flavor. Once you get the butter on, you have two choices. You can either plate it to put the toppings on and let the cheese melt naturally from the heat of the potato, or you can put it back on your pan, put the toppings on, and put it in the oven. I prefer to just let the steam from the potato melt it into a yummy goodness. So put your sweet potato on the plate, and then all I'm going to do is take some of this Asiago shredded cheese, and again, you can be as generous as you want with that. And I'm gonna take some fresh spinach and I'm gonna press that right down into that little slit, and then I'm gonna put a bunch of it on top. This is just raw, organic, fresh spinach. Okay, once I do that, I'm gonna top it with some more cheese because who doesn't love cheese? And then I'm just gonna put a cover over it like this. And I'm gonna let the steam from the potato melt that cheese and wilt that spinach until it's ready to eat. The fabulous thing about this recipe, not only is it fast and easy and delicious, but you can add to it as you want. If you are a vegan, you might not want to use Asiago cheese. Maybe you're going to use a non-dairy cheese. You can add beans to it. You could put some black beans or some garbanzo beans to add a little protein. I just love it like this. My first taste of this recipe was at a deli when we moved down here called Jason's Deli. And they made this delicious recipe. I already started eating one, guys. I cut it up and I ate it a little while ago. Anyway, they made this recipe at Jason's Deli and I fell in love with it. And I went to go get it one day and they had stopped making it. And so I was like, well, I'll just make it myself. And I did, and it's absolutely delicious. So I hope you'll give this a try. I hope if you found this recipe delicious and easy and you enjoyed this video that you will give me a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, I hope that you will please subscribe and share my channel so that I can grow and make more videos for you. Thank you so much for watching this video. Until next time, blessings. So good. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Bye, guys.